Good morning and welcome to this week's Wednesday with Orbis. We're here at the Altus High School to tell you about a new program that we started this year, and we'll begin with meeting Coach Hubbard. He's new to the district this year. When he interviewed with the team here at the high school, they were very excited about a class he was teaching at UConn. Then when he came to the board to interview, we talked more about it, and it was such a great opportunity we felt like for our kids, and you were so well versed in it. We wanted to research that. And I believe you hooked Miss Darby up with the superintendent at UConn.
Yes.
And here we are. We have this new class called Career Capstone.
Yes, sir.
Career Capstone. And we're going to talk about that here in a little bit. But I really want to first let you just kind of tell the district about you and how you ended up here in Altus.
Okay. Well, I'll try to make it as short as possible. But married, have two kids. Both my wife and I are originally from Iowa. Grew up on farms there. I spent most of my career coaching at the collegiate level for about 17 years at the small college level. I had a 10-year stint in the U.S. Army, and then about 7 years ago, got into the high school ranks because I wanted to see my kids do their activities instead of watching other kids do their activities all the time. And so that brought me into the high school ranks. So I was at UConn, and I was there with Coach Reed when he was there. And long story short, when Coach Reed got the job here at Altus, he wanted me to come down here with him. And this is our fourth stop together.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did. We got our first win.
We did.
This past week.
Yeah.
What a great time, and hopefully we can win out. That'd be great.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I like it. Well, tell us exactly what Career Capstone is.
Sure.
And it's a semester-long class.
Yes, sir.
And tell us what sold us on it when you're talking about it.
Well, I'll tell you what kind of sold me on it. If I had to describe it in one word, I would say, well, two words: life skills. Life skills is what I would say. Now, there's a lot more to it than that, but what sold me on it was just having a couple of kids that just recently graduated. I wish they would have had a class like this before they graduated, because it gave them some insight into what was going to happen once they left the classroom and then went outside the high school walls. So we do a lot of things, from learning how to write a resume, how to interview, how to look someone in the eye and shake their hand. This unit we're working on right now is a leadership unit. How to get someone to want to follow you with something that you're passionate about. Next week, we're real excited about this. We're going to do a give back opportunity for the community called Harvest for the Hungry, where we're collecting food items, and then we will disperse them later in October. And along with that, we have a civics unit in this class, which talks about their role in society, like how to register to vote, what happens if you get called for jury duty, Fourth Amendment search and seizure rights. We try to hit on a lot of things that they're gonna experience once they get outside the walls.
I know one of the things we were excited about when we heard you talking about the class is there's been many things given by the legislators for us to have our kids take before they graduate, like personal financial literacy, we call it PFL, CPR, the civics. Tell us how that is all incorporated into your class. Instead of us trying to teach it throughout the high school career, they can take it as seniors. It's a mandatory class, and it just knocks it all out.
Sure. Yes, it does. And so we have 6 units during the course of this semester, and at the end of every unit, we have a PFL that we go over so that we knock out those PFLs at the end of every unit. So our first unit was personal journey unit, just talking about mental health and coping skills. And then the PFL that we tagged along with that was credit cards and borrowing money and why your credit score matters, and telling them, having them learn that your credit score can affect everything from you being able to get a loan, get a job, get an apartment, and why they need to keep track of that. And if they ever think there's a issue with their credit score, who to contact so the issue can get resolved.
Well, I'm excited that we have added this to the high school and waited till they're seniors to do that. I think it's more relevant because you have all these kids in class and many of them have started working and they're in the workforce and they understand now taxes and FICA and all of that. Tell me kind of what you're hearing from the kids as far as the relevance of the class.
Well, I think they enjoy it. I haven't gotten any complaints. The kids are excited to come to class and that they're anxious to hear about what we're going to talk about for the day. And when we were talking last unit on credit cards, credit score, and all that, we also talked about taxes with W-4s and W-2s, and several of the kids have jobs in here. So like, oh yeah, coach, I know what you're talking about. Having to fill out a W-4 and having to know my social security number. And so it's relevant to where they're at right now. At the end of the year, we do a Bulldog moment, and after every unit, I give them a day to work on a PowerPoint, and they have to put 2 slides up for that particular unit. So they'd have 2 slides for life journey, 2 slides for civics, 2 slides for leadership, give back, so on and so forth. And the first week in December, their semester final in this class, it will be their Bulldog moment, where they will present in front of their class and any family and faculty members that they want to invite. And it's just a short 8 to 10 slideshow, kind of culmination of their high school career. And I think the kids are nervous about speaking in public, but at some point in time they're going to have to learn how to speak in public. And we actually practice that in class before their Bulldog moment. But it really gives them a chance to showcase themselves and just kind of put a ribbon on that first or second semester of their senior year.
I think this is also a great complementary class to FCCLA. We have a great program with those 2 ladies, and they teach a lot of personal finance and life skills that our kids really, really need. And the public, especially the business community, they talk all the time about kids not having relevant things coming out of school sometimes. And I think this is an awesome class. So glad that you brought it out to schools. I can't wait to see where it goes. And go Bulldogs. Hopefully we win this Friday.
Yes, sir.
We just finished talking with Coach Hubbard about the new Career Capstone class that we just added this year. And this is Katie Brewer. She's a counselor here at the high school. And I know you were very excited when we hired Coach Hubbard, and we've added this new class. First of all, tell me what ICAP means, what it stands for.
So it stands for Individual Career and Academic Plan, and it's actually a state graduation requirement that we actually start with our freshmen. And so freshmen, each year they have to do a career assessment, they have to set goals and action plans, and that can be a personal goal, career goal, educational goal, whatever that may be, and then do their plan of study. Then as they get a little bit older, they have to do like work-based learning and enter test scores, like our state test scores and stuff like that. We use Oklahoma OK College Start as our platform to keep track of that. So
I know you do lots of activities. So what's the first activity they do as freshmen, maybe?
So we usually do in the spring the reality check with the freshmen, and they are assigned a random career because, as we know, life happens, so you may not always get the career that you wanted. And then they get to go around to like 20 different stations and buy insurance, pay for daycare, college, cars, rent, all the things. So it kind of gets them used to what reality actually is and what their parents go through.
Exactly. And then as sophomores?
Sophomores, we schedule tours with the Southwest Technology Center. Actually, they were just out doing a presentation last week with our sophomores, and then they'll actually go at the end of November to see all the programs to see what they want to apply for.
Because then they can start Technology Center as juniors, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
And that is such an awesome opportunity for so many of our kids to go to the Technology Center. College isn't necessarily for everybody, which is perfectly fine. We just want people to be positive, productive citizens. And the Technology Center is amazing. I love the grow your own mechanics that they have out there for Altus Air Force Base, and you can actually go to other bases as well. But students can graduate as seniors in high school and just take a little bit more of that class,
Yep.
and then they can start out at 50 or 60,000 right out of high school. What a great opportunity!
It's amazing.
I know you're still working on some junior ideas, but let's get into this class, this career class that we just added, on how that helps us with the capstone.
So why I was so excited that we added this, for one, we made it a requirement for seniors, so thank you to you and the board for approving that. But we just feel that it's so beneficial for the students because we wanted the curriculum to be meaningful, and instead of just check marking the box of, okay, doing a career assessment or reflecting on the work-based learning, whether that's the technology center or our career panel that we had with College App Week, whatever the case, we wanted it to be more, come to life and be more meaningful. And that's really what Coach Hubbard is doing. So not only is it just a graduation requirement, but it's actually meaningful and relevant for the students.
Awesome. Now we're here with Trey Saxon. He's a senior here at Altus High School. You probably recognize him from swimming. He's a great swimmer, and he's looking forward to swimming season. It's right here around the corner. And we understand that you're in the capstone class this semester.
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me, I was going to say, why did you take the class? But it's required.
It is required, yes.
What do you like about the class?
He usually gets on with assignments. Like, we get in class, he's always like, "Good morning, guys. How are y'all?" Usually engages with us. And he will, like, usually ask us our day. And then we'll get, like, done with the assignment pretty quick. Then we'll get free time to do the assignment. And then we'll also get free time to do the previous assignments from, like, yesterday if we missed it somehow or something.
I've been hearing from the counselor and from him that it's a relevant class. Do you feel like it's a relevant class as a senior?
I do. I've learned a lot of stuff. I learned a lot about credit cards. I learned that credit cards, you can, like, take them to an ATM and, like, take out money. I didn't know you can do that. Debit cards. There's, like, I learned a little bit about debit cards. And then credit cards, there's also interest rates. I didn't know that. I didn't know about interest rates. And they can catch you with a lot of interest rates and stuff.
They can, yes. Yeah, it's not just about taking money. You got to pay it back. So, okay. Has he told you what's going to happen throughout the semester and how the capstone ends in December?
In December. So I believe here soon we're going to do the Harvest for October or something.
Harvest for Hungry.
Harvest for Hungry. And then we're going to have a end of the year assignment that's going to be like a Google Slides presentation.
Right.
And then a little bit of other stuff I have forgot about.
What are your thoughts on having the opportunity to speak in front of the class and maybe in front of some parents and tell how your whole semester went? Is that something you're looking forward to, a little bit nervous about?
I mean, I'm a little bit nervous about it, but I mean, it gets me out of my comfort zone, getting me ready to do something. I mean, that's going to prepare me for it, so it could help me later on.
Awesome. Well, hopefully this gives you a little insight about our new class, ICAP. Very excited about what it's going to do for our students here at Altus High School. Good luck to our football team as they travel to Noble on Friday. And to our cross-country team, they're going to be in regional, so hopefully they do very, very well. Congratulations on the big win last Thursday night, and as always, may God continue to bless Altus Public Schools.